What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Alright, so I finally got the last remaining dupe for this AGL Perfect Cell, and I've been wanting to test this guy out just to see what its potential is, because it is an interesting unit and not much is covered on this guy. So let's go ahead and get this guy to 100% potential, and I'll cover the the stats a little bit. The leader skill is agility type plus 2 key HP attack and defense, increase of 30%. The super attack will cause supreme damage and also lowers defense. Passive skill does have the nuking component, where attack will increase by 15% for every key collected, as well as defense increase of 5%. Link skills, he's got big bad bosses, that's 25% increase to attack and defense. Ultimate life form plus 2 key, Kamehameha 2500 increase to attack when SA is launched. Shocking speed is plus 2 key, Nightmare is 10% increase to attack, and Otherworld Warriors is 20% increased attack. Falls into 2 categories now, androids and also the new enhanced transformation team. So this is kind of why I wanted to test him out and see how he does on the new category team. 12 key multiplier is 130%. Again, he does have the ability to increase his attack and defense based on the per key collected, so I've kind of tailored the team accordingly to where I did include the agility Janemba unit, just because he has the ability to convert the physical type key into the agility type. You'll see him linked up pretty heavily with the agility world tournament cooler unit as well, because of the massive 40% increase to attack and defense for his agility type, so that's going to help out quite a bit in his damage output. You'll see other units like the World Tournament Perfect Cell as well. Also the Extreme Kid Buu is on here, so he's going to be getting a lot of support from various units, but just kind of want to maximize the damage output on this guy and see how he does. So the nice little bonus, I guess, similar to the other cell units, is the both attack and defense increase based on the key collected, and it does make quite a bit of a difference based on the the amount of key collected. That's why Janemba's a little bit important unit, because there are very few units, if not just him, that fall into this new category where they're able to convert the certain key into agility types. So definitely worthwhile to put him in here. Not the best of units, obviously, but I am curious as to see how the Janemba unit is at 100%. So I may test him out at some point. Right off the bat, the 5% increase toward defense definitely does make a difference, especially when it's layered on top of the supporting units providing defensive support. So as you saw, his defense was roughly about 205,000, which is a pretty substantial amount, and you'll see that Cooler's getting hit for about 20,000 roughly, and then we'll see how the cell unit is, and his damage output's pretty impressive too. 527 isn't much, but yeah, I mean, you'll see the defensive abilities with the Bardock's super attack here. So yeah, very little. He does link up pretty well with the World Tournament version. Obviously, the World Tournament cell provides 30% increase to attack and defense for extreme types, so definitely helpful there. So this is a pretty good rotation right here with 2 supporting units, helping this guy out. I may end up testing this guy on Super Battle Road and see how he does on that setup, and we'll have to see on that one. It's about 1.85 million with the type advantage, and a decent amount of key collected. This was probably, half the map was filled with agility, so we'll see how he does here. He is definitely getting a pretty good boost from both Cell and Kid Buu, so you're looking at quite a bit of increase toward both attack and defense. The only thing bad about this guy is he doesn't have a farmable SA. Right now, it's currently not available, so the only way to get him to max SA is obviously through, Elder Kais, and that's the only drawback with that. Units like this definitely should have farmable SA in my opinion, but at some point that'll probably become available. Again, this is a very nice rotation here with the Cell and Cooler unit both providing very nice support, 30% and 40% each toward attack and defense, so he should be able to hit for a pretty good amount here. I mean, he's at similar levels of some of the other Cell units based on the amount of ki collected, so I'm guessing he's gonna get a Dokkan Awaken at some point. If he does, and ends up getting something like Fierce Battle, that would be pretty nice. And we'll have to wait and see what the deal is with that. But he's a great option. I mean, he's definitely a good alternative option if you don't have the other more top tier level Cell units like the EZA Tech version or the Strength version. This guy's definitely better than the intelligence version, that's for sure. Even though it's the extreme intelligence type is my favorite unit, he's definitely much better than that version, just because he's able to increase his attack and defense based on ki collected to much higher levels than that version possibly can. So he's definitely a pretty good option, like I said. And I mean, I kind of wanted to see him at 100% potential just out of curiosity, but he doesn't seem like a bad option to use the potential level skills and orbs on. He really doesn't seem that bad. It's about 211,000 toward defense, and we'll kind of see how his defensive abilities are. So based on the ki collected, he's able to get his power level potential up to about 1.2 million pretty consistently. So obviously you want to include units that do convert the ki links. So for example, if you're running an Android team, it's probably going to be a little bit more feasible because you have the Dokkan Awaken Future Android 18, where she's able to convert a lot more ki types over to agility. So you can certainly build a pretty good team around that as well. It might actually make collecting ki a little bit easier, but I like this setup because the team overall seems to link better with each other on this setup more than the Android category, especially like having the ability to include units like the new Extreme AGL Kid Buu is definitely going to provide a lot of boost toward the rest of the team as well. So in a nutshell, I mean, this guy, yeah, he's getting the help from support units from various types, but yeah, this guy can definitely do a pretty decent amount of damage, and he can defend pretty well also. So overall, this is actually a pretty good unit at 100% potential. I was expecting this guy to be pretty decent, but he definitely surpassed what I was expecting. He ended up being much better than what I thought he'd be. So in my opinion, definitely not a bad option to max out to rainbow status. Oh, by the way, I did give this guy level 14 for additional attack and level 12 for criticals, just because, the ability to increase attack per ki collected, it's going to benefit more with having a little bit heavier focus on additional attack. So that's pretty much the format there. So 240,000 toward attack and then 220,000, I think, for defense. So yeah, definitely a pretty balanced character, and yeah, not a bad option really. So hopefully, for those that were curious for a long time, hopefully this kind of clarified how this unit is at 100%, and certainly appreciate you guys watching.